I was wrong. You know, what can you do? It's stupid. I already recorded this video, and I did like a 20-minute rant, and I checked at the last minute, and it was not recording. And I nearly just threw my computer against the wall. So we're going to do this again, but maybe not 20 minutes. I'm going to just quickly go through everything, because I don't have any time. It's like 12 o'clock at night. Ugh. I already done this, that's why I'm raging. Alright, Kennedy Nshuku versus Martin Buday. I was heartbroken when Kennedy Nshuku pulled out. And also I can pronounce his name now, because I heard someone say it, and now it's like, rolls off the tongue. Alright, I was very sad. I said Kennedy would knock him out in the first round. But I did say I'd rate Martin Buday. I'm just hurrying up now, because I don't have much time. Vanessa Demopoulos versus Talita Alencar. I did say Vanessa Demopoulos, you can't trust her with the grappling. She is terrible grappling. So Talita Alencar just, grapple farmed her. Smushed there for about 5 rounds. Didn't really do much. Let's see the stats. Yeah, that seems about right. I thought there was some points where Talita actually could finish her, but she never did. Or I don't really care that much. It was a boring fight. I'm just quickly getting through them. I'm raging over just 20 minutes of rant gone. It was pure unadulterated rage. I went 6-6 in this card. I did predict there's probably gonna be, I don't know if I'm gonna include it, but a clip of me. I had a news thing where Kennedy Nshuku pulled out and Martin Buday. I probably don't have the footage anymore. I probably deleted it. But I did say Martin Buday would win against Uran Saltapiev. You're just going to have to take me at my word. I apologize. You don't have to take me at my word, but I did say previously, but this is just there's no evidence of me saying it, man. So you just have to trust me. But I don't expect you to. But I did say Martin Buday would win. In my head. To me friends and all. Moving on. This one I got completely wrong. Oh god, I hate this. Victor Henry versus Pedro Falcao, sorry. Yeah, Pedro Falcao, I completely overrated him. I just expected him to take him down the first minute. I did Victor Henry is aging very gracefully. I expected him to be slower in this fight than his last, but he actually kept a good pace throughout the fight. And it was Pedro Falcao that was looking worse as the fight progressed. I completely got this wrong, but I'll never pick a 37-year-old bantamweight. It's just those lower divisions, aging really matters. Alright, moving on. Oh my god, I hate this. Loma Lookboonmee versus Estela Nunes. This fight annoyed me a lot, because I had Loma winning by knockout, and there was times where she genuinely did rock Nunes, and Nunes has been chinned before, but she decided this fight to wrestle, and I don't know why. She turned into a Thai kebab. You know what I mean? It's I don't understand. You had you had the wrestling, but why use it on a 6-6 opponent? 6-5 at the time. Why use it against if you're gonna be if you're gonna work on your wrestling, keep it a secret until you need it. You don't have to wrestle instantly just to show you're good at wrestling. If someone watches you and they think you're just a pure striker, aka Wang Kong, if they go for a takedown, they're gonna be for a rude awakening, and then you can capitalize on that. But now people are gonna be expecting it. You've just revealed all your secrets, so it's not gonna look good if they're actually smart about fighting her. But fair play, Loma Lookboonmee. She looked good in the wrestling. Another boring fight. Could have been exciting if they just stood up, but she wanted to prove she was the Russian Habib. This annoyed me so much. The minute she did the takedown, I was literally both hands on my face, just cringing. Reese McKee, fight of the night, performance of the night. I had it in me gut that Rhys McKee would dominate this fight, because he's been dominated before, but the level of talent he's been dominated by, like Hamza, like, no one should have to fight Hamza in their debut. That's just bullying from the UFC. But fair play to Rhys McKee, chinned him like in the first 2 minutes, and then it was just a beatdown. I actually feel Daniel Frunze will come back from this loss really well, because it was great learning experience. Like, I don't think he's ever been like hurt in that way before, but he actually like adjusted and would have got through it if it wasn't for the like cut on his lip and the swollen eye. I feel like if he could actually done well if he kept going, but again, like, looking out for the health, I completely understand. Alright, moving on. Diana Belbita versus Diana Barboza. I've been doing this for like nearly an hour now, and this is like, it's starting to drain me. Yeah, I just said like the most inflated record of all time. It's going to be 15-15 by the time her career is done, unless she gets sacked by the UFC and then fights some more 0-2 opponents. By the way, 3 0-0 opponents back to back. Like, how is that allowed? Like, there's got to be a point where it's like you're just like trying to pad your record. Like, was no one like thinking like, oh, this is just like record padding for Diana? So stupid, man. All right, moving on. Oh Jesus, this fight, hold on. I don't want to talk about this fight, to be honest. It was so disappointing. I don't really like understand why the UFC signed this guy. He won, but arguably didn't. I did agree with the judge that gave it 3-0, but I didn't give it 3-0, but I gave it 2-1 Valentin. I'm not coping because my pick lost. It's just like, there's got to be a point where it's like, he wasn't doing anything with the takedowns. There was no threat of a finish at all during the fight. Valentin was hitting elbows, hitting hammer fists. Torres was bloody at the end of the fight. There's got to be a point there where it's like, alright, let's score damage instead of just control time. You know what I mean? It's completely stupid. I hope they cut Torres Vinny, or they just give him an opponent that just mauls him and doesn't let him just grapple for about 3 rounds. Imagine 5 rounds of that. Like, at least, like, people were comparing him to Merab, like I was hearing online, and I was like baffled. At least Merab attempts to box. He's not the most graceful, I will admit. As his number one fan, I will admit. His boxing's not the most graceful, but he has power and he's not afraid to trade with anyone. He traded with Sean O'Malley once in that whole fight, and he battered Umar on the feet. Well, in fairness, that was because he tired Umar out, but he was doing well. It worked for him. Torres Finney, his style works for no one. He literally just holds him. He strength farms. He tries like get a clip of him like lifting your man up and slamming him down. He's trying to get like clips and highlights of that, but it just looks bad for him when he does nothing after that. Like, his next fight, they're gonna be stuck for clips they could show of him. They're gonna be showing some amateur clip where he got like a knockout against like a 40-year-old 0-17 opponent. It's like, what level of fighter will it take to have the IQ to throw a knee up the middle and just completely erase his game plan? Because the minute someone throws a knee up the middle, Finney is fucked. Like, there's no kind way around it. He's fucked. Valentin at any point in that fight could have thrown like a knee, and it doesn't matter if it hit his body or not. Finney wasn't going to throw back. He was banking on those takedowns. He wasn't going to like throw it overhand. There was no threat of that. Throw the knee. Even if it hits his body, Finney's not going to do anything. Worst thing he could do is grab your leg. But even then, you can just hammer elbows. It's like, he didn't take... It annoyed me. This fight annoyed me. I hope they don't cut Valentin, because he's better than this. He is far better than this. Alright. moving on. I'm getting angrier and angrier because I'm still raging over the last recording. Getting absolutely ruined. Ode Osborne and Luis Greel. I overrated Luis Greel a ton. I thought like he'd actually have like an ounce of skill, but he just didn't. So fair play to Ode Osborne. Won this fight. This whole just like the title run starts now. You know what I mean? 13-8. You know, who knows? Maybe he'll go on a 7-fight undefeated streak. Imagine. Greel, I don't see him bouncing back from this unless he like gets a new chin. He'll probably just be an Apex farmer. Same thing with Ode Osborne. I could expect him to do a rematch at some point down the line. Brad Tavares versus Gerald Meerschaert. I got this wrong as well. Went 6-6 in his entire card, but who cares? Yeah, I just kind of banked on Meerschaert unlocking GM3 status and like getting a submission round 3, but that never occurred for me. You know, I'm sad, but it's like we can finally put the GM3 myth to bed now, because he didn't really do much with it. But watch, probably he's gonna fight Robert Whittaker in his next fight and submit him in round 3. Who knows? All right, moving on. Cortavius Romanus versus Lee Chang-ho. I called this fight to a T. Cortavius Romanus just completely padded his record and still had a few losses. I expect the UFC are going to cut him after this loss, or if he loses again after this, they're going to cut him instantly. I don't really see Cortavius Romanus beating anyone high up. And by high up, I mean close to the top 15. He'd be like a top 100. And that's not really saying much. But if he loses again, I expect him to get cut. So that tells you all you need to know. I can see Lee Chang-ho getting a top 15 spot soon. I can see him fighting, who's not the like top 15 on bantamweight now? Was it Marcus McGee? I believe that's who it is. I can't remember if that's flyweight or not. I don't know. Anyway, I expect to see him do good things. He looked very good. Yeah, that's really it. There's nothing else. Alright, moving on. Pat Sabatini versus Henderson Brito. I completely thought that Henderson Brito would have the IQ to not throw body kicks against a wrestler. I expect him to just go in there, elbows, just keep the distance, and like long looping strikes, head kick every so often. But he just didn't have any takedown defense or any wherewithal or like any knowledge of how to deal with a wrestler. Because he threw a body kick the first round, got taken down, completely smushed for about 5 minutes. Next round, the corner tells him, do not throw the body kick. He's going to catch it and get you down. What's the first thing he throws in the second round? Body kicks. I don't know anymore, man. All these fighters have such good potential, but they have IQs of raisins. Speaking of IQs of raisins, Josh Emmett has one. Josh Emmett just completely did nothing of like substance this fight. He did that one really good slam, but it was a clip. One clip of an entire fight. And it's like, I'm really angry at Josh Emmett because it's like he easily could have like chinned Lerone Murphy. Murphy's been chinned before, barely survives it. There was no doubt in my mind Josh Emmett could chin him. But he just didn't commit to anything. He just swung, miss, and then the times he would actually like get close to hitting him, he just hesitate and stop midway. And you know what the mad thing is? I think you could actually score it for Josh Emmett. I think I'm the only crazy one that could see a 3-2 Emmett. I thought it was more closely to being a draw. I didn't think it was a Murphy domination. Because Emmett like controlled the cage, controlled the pace. Like there was no way like anyone could say after like round 3, oh yeah, Murphy's clearly up, because he wasn't. It's like he didn't really do much. Like anytime Emmett would land, he would throw like a double jab and like maybe an elbow. I think they gave it to Murphy because of the cuts, but the thing is like the cuts happened really early. It was like and one elbow that opened up Emmett, and it looked good. But they didn't do that for the Finney fight, could you imagine? Because I think they have biases for undefeated records, because this is turned into boxing. And 314's next week, guys. 314's next week. Just, it has to be something good next week, you know. This card was boring, and I was really thinking this card was going to be really fun, purely because Apex cards can be randomly some of the best cards. You know, I think I'm just coping over all my picks losing, but there was a solid path to victory for Josh Emmett, but he just was so scared to commit. But there was nothing coming back from Murphy until like the last 2 rounds. That's when he was getting them good. But hey man, listen, you know, don't get them all right. I overestimated Josh Emmett's IQ. I think he should retire. Like, either after this fight, I do one more fight to get 1 win to get like 20 record. I think he should retire soon. Like, just keep the health, man. Like, it's not worth it. Or just fight someone really low that you know you can be. You know, he's 40 years old, featherweight. I'm so tired of the UFC pushing these undefeated records. Because you have Lerone Murphy, you have... I'm not going to say Ilia Topuria because he's actually gone out and exceeded expectations. But you have Lerone Murphy, Movsar Evloev, like, other guys. Torres Finney, he's undefeated as well. They're trying to, like, get these matchups where it's, like, undefeated versus undefeated. Because there's going to be, like, oh, both of them have never lost. And that makes it an interesting matchup. But it doesn't work for someone that just, like, knows the sport and seen the fights. Like this, like a Lerone Murphy fight in the top 5 just doesn't excite me, unless he knocks out someone. And Josh Emmett just like has the chin of granite, which I don't expect him to have. At 40 years old and coming off a fight with Ilia Topuria, like the year prior. I don't see Lerone Murphy beating anyone after this unless he like really, really like picks his opponents carefully. I think like a good fight for him at this point would be the winner of John Silva and Bryce Mitchell. I think that would be a good fight for him. He thinks he's 1 win away from a title shot, by the way. He thinks he's 1 win away from a title shot. He said he wanted Brian Ortega. He knows what he's doing when he said that. Ortega has been saying, oh yeah, he's moving up to 155. Everyone knows he's moving up to 155. Murphy calls him out, so that way in the future he can say, oh, Brian Ortega was ducking me. That's the reason he moved to 155. I keep saying 185. It just annoys me. It annoys me because Ortega's gonna move to 155. He's probably gonna fight like who could he fight at? Like Dan Hooker or something. Like someone like that, or Michael Chandler. And then Lerone Murphy will go, oh yeah, he was ducking me. But no one will think he was ducking him. Who's ducking Lerone Murphy right now? Who's ducking? He's a featherweight Leon Edwards. He's just so disappointing to watch. It's so disappointing, man. Alright. That's it. That's the rant over. 314's next week, guys. You know? I'm gonna call up my best friend Volkanovski and give him, ask him for some advice. Like, is he gonna go for submission at knockout? I'm actually best friends with Volkanovski. We went to school together. Alright. See ya.